because the skill ceiling on him is incredibly high. Like, you can play these co-ops, pucks, mid lane. He was destroying that last game as well, but it didn't work.
I'm with Sumi. I think you kind of go all in on the push idea here for Neon.
So who would that be then?
If they want to pick a one position,
there's a
I
Lycan.
still think Troll is good.
Yep, not bad, definitely.
Lycan's also good, yeah.
The last pick is Yopaj? Yopage's hero?
Probably.
Maybe even the Bills. There's a Jug still in the pool, which is a hero that works well versus the Egg.
Fnatic's turn
is
to
very
ban.
helpful with the push because of the healing ward, so if you're that way you could. I still see the same issue for them. They have very low amount of catch versus puck.
So what about Fnatic? Who are they going to round out their team? They have some
10
great
seconds remaining.
fight. They have some great initiation, honestly.
It's most likely Masaros' last
5
hero,
seconds remaining.
and Neon is banning out the
Dire
Sense, so
team
they're expecting
pick.
the same thing. Troll banned out by Fnatic. Would be pretty sick for them. I believe Jug
Fnatic's
was
turn to
the
pick.
best option.
Masaros
Nope.
plays...
It's Neon, man.
So it is Debil Death Prophet.
Yep. Be Yopaj Void Spirit. So that Prophet and Lash can be a bit flexed, but it should be Lash on the
10
side lane. I
seconds
think
remaining.
that Prophet mid.
The pipe
5
builder for
seconds
Fnatic.
remaining.
Yeah, just when you look at OB.Neon, they do have some mixed damage, but... By the way, I saw even Pango being played on safe lane in SCA as a carries, so possibilities are endless.
If the last hero is from Masaros,
Tides
he
banned
plays
out.
a lot. Tide banned out.
Yeah.
Night
Centaur
Stalker.
banned out.
Timbersaw?
Actually, Night Stalker wouldn't be that bad at all.
Ooh, that would be cool.
Timber that they play can be a little bit hard. They have a lot of magic damage, but is a possibility.
Mars is banned out, right?
Yes, it was very early ban.
What about Night Stalker?
I like Night Stalker actually quite a bit. Maybe
It's a perfect pick here.
Our friend Davian?
Choose your hero.
Zen?
it gives them this. Wait, no, they have tons of. Oh yeah, it was the other team that didn't have the stuns. Oh wow, this is
Lots of circles from
lots of
Team
circles.
Fnatic.
Sandstorm counts as a circle for sure.
Yeah, Sentkin gives you
And Epicenter?
Epicenter also.
it gives you a lot of burst damage in the mid game. Not only the initiation with the stun. I don't think they needed another initiating hero.
That's why I hope he builds auras. I hope the Sanking is their utility team fighting.
I would love to see utility from him. I agree. Still, no matter what, I feel like Neon has got their own thing going. It's definitely fully in their comfort zone, but Fnatic once again looks like a team that drafted the Dota draft. It's abnormal that you can read and you can see the win condition.
Well, we have one team that kind of centers around team fight and another team that might do a push kind of strategy. We'll see who sets the tempo. I think I will go with Fnatic for this. They'll take the last game. They have the momentum now. It's swung in their direction.
Thank God I won't be wrong with my prediction. I'll be following my host. I'm going with Fnatic as well.
Are you going to keep it spicy or are you going to be right?
Oh, you're gonna do it like that? Then I'm definitely going the other way. Give me Neon, I guess, for the spice. I'm gonna be right.
Should be the analyst panel a little bit. Should we be? And Neon does have their full comfort zone. A lot of very
I
flashy
think this
heroes.
is even drafts between the two games.
Let's see how this even draft works out. Game 3, loser goes home.
Prepare for
Fnatic
battle.
versus OB.Neon. Take it away, Black and MLP.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are here for our third game of this BO3 between Fnatic and Neon and Black. This is the one that matters, of course. Winner of this goes through to the next round. Loser has to go home. Straight off the bat, sir, I'm going to ask you the hard question. Who came out with the better draft in your opinion?
Well, this is veterans versus the new guys on the block, and unfortunately for the new guys, I do have to say I quite prefer Fnatic's draft this game. It's again, Neon, they always draft this kind of all-in team fight kind of style, but it's a very risky style nonetheless. It works sometimes, other times it doesn't. It's just a more solid draft overall on the Fnatic
30
side.
seconds to battle.
Tend to agree with you on that, I must admit. Moon and your past mid lane gonna say hello to each other. Bit of a love tap there from Moon. That'll be it. No wards being
Alright,
scattered
floor
out
to
quite
Orbard.
yet.
Yeah, it's gonna be like so hard for them to shut down this Wraith King completely, and once he gets like 3-4 items. I feel like I've been saying that a lot in the past couple of days, but it never really happens. Like this Wraith King gets really strong, suddenly the team fights don't go in his favor anyway. So maybe Neon is onto something here, you know, that I'm not fully aware of yet. But from my experience, this should be going to Fnatic's favor, at least in the early game.
So this whole
It
mess
does
is
seem
all
that
your
way.
fault?
Neon, they are one of those very unique teams in that way that they draft these interesting drafts that nobody understands, and then you assume they can't win with it, but then they make it happen anyway. Something else, it could be one of those games, but we'll wait and see as the lane stage does begin. See that mid lane, Yopaj up against Moon again on the puck. I'd say this time around, Yopaj, he has a much better hero for that mid matchup. Spirit, and I'd say he should also have even more impact than last game on the Void Spirit.
Yeah, better matchup. But come mid-game, it's gonna be quite tough to fight against the puck. But as you said, there's definitely a lot of room for rotations here once he reaches level 6. The side lanes aren't super strong until they all get their levels up. Phoenix as well as Clock very level dependent. So I assume, and I would guess that Yopaj is gonna do a lot of work here early in the game.
What about those power runes, that 4-minute mark, it seems, between these two?
Yeah. Which the 50-50s have been going into the favor of Moon so far, in this series at least. So he seems to be a little bit more blessed by Gaben. Maybe he did his morning prayers. Offered them all. I don't know what they offer Gaben. I guess some $10 bills, $100 bills.
No, just throw your wallet in. Just your wallet.
Your whole wallet? Alright.
Yeah.
So maybe like a gold bar.
Yeah, I mean, whatever you have. Just whatever. Just anything. Get it out there.
Gaben, I don't have money, but would you accept my $9,000 Rolex watch? And suddenly the watch just disappears. Your offering has been accepted. And you get all the runes.
Love you, Gabe.
Who doesn't?
Oh, everybody does. He's great.
Exactly. Like even people that don't play Dota love Gaben. Everybody loves Gaben.
Everybody. Top lane, like Skem on that pause left track. So by not having too bad of a time, Saros, at least get yes from the Sand King. Those now double it to 2. This position 1 left track though, do you... It's been a while since I've seen it. How powerful is it?
It can snowball pretty damn hard. DJ getting a little bit low here, but yeah, can snowball really hard in the mid game. Laning phase is pretty strong since you're a range hero
Dire's
with a
bottom
stun
tower is
and a
under
lot of
attack.
damage potential with that Heroic Edict. So I always liked it quite a bit. It's just once those BKBs come up, like you just don't do anything for quite a while, which is why Strike Carry. You know, sometimes you see it, especially Liquid as a team that picks it sometimes, and it works really well for them. But it's a really risky carry to pick because it's not really a carry in that sense.
Bot lane, play hard. Not Jabs. Jabs slowing it down with those fire spirits, and like you said, Black, he just dives away. Looks like he's just going to run all the way back to the fountain to boot. He's not actually going to commit himself, rather just hold on to it and TP back into lane.
Definitely he was very close to base anyways, so the longest walk. And he'll be able to deliver some much needed items for the Wraith King as well. We can already see Death Prophet here on the off lane, completely free farming, out CSing everybody on the board. And I don't know why people keep giving away Death Prophet. I feel like this hero currently is just absolutely bonkers. It just does everything. And it's really scary. It never gets banned, seemingly.
Does not. In the hands of Death Summer, a very dangerous hero. We've seen it many times so far from him. Always effective, and every time we think he's dead, those Spirit Cyphers get started, and suddenly things just kind of turn around. So, see if that's going to be the case this game. But he is farming extremely well, like you've mentioned, and that's going to be a great start for him. I expect a pretty fast Dual Scepter up. Be quite detrimental for Fnatic as time does go on.
Like an amazing laning phase for Neon. They're already 1k ahead without first blood absolutely anywhere, which means they're getting the better out of the lanes by far. Raven dropping a
Radiant's
little
top
low.
tower is
There's
under
Magic
attack.
to work with though. He's not very comfortable down here. ED.
Masseron is in the
A lot of damage.
scam. Stun is gonna land. He did not juke it out. He's got the lightning storm to boot, but it won't be enough damage. So he does force Masseros away. So Masseros, he does at least have a salve and a bottle.
I'll take your tribute.
Also be able to get Bounty Rune here. Back to full health again. I'm a little scared here for Fnatic. They don't manage to find some good rotations with that puck because the splits are not
Dire's
going very well
bottom
for them
tower
right
is
now.
under attack.
Sand King is suffering, so is Wraith King. Puck has a lot of work to do.
Speaking of the Wraith King, Raven trying to stop, wants to play hard. Icarus dives to Bird. Slowing play hard down, and this should be a kill on the Penguin. They will get it. Raven actually able to take the kill with the skeletons. The jabs just allowing skeletons to hit away
Scanning.
and feeding the kill over to his carry.
Yeah, the good old Skelly Bros with 350 movement speed and like 35 damage, hitting like a truck. And if you have no way of running away or dealing with them, they can definitely just decimate you in the lane. It happened there, and this is much, much needed for the Wraith King. He is still sitting very low in the CS department, but at first blood is certain.
Quite a slow.
Lane.
Haze Rune activated. Coil on
I'm gonna
Marco.
go for this. That's a big amount of damage. Moon is in big trouble. He is gonna
Radiant's
bury fire and
bottom tower
jabs.
is under
It's gonna
attack.
be there to save the day. Close call.
TP rotation here. Jay going very aggro. They have to be careful though. This Edict in this giant kind of
Dire's structures
scenario
are
can be
fortified.
really deadly. Level 3 Edict as well can easily solo kill any of those heroes.
Distortions in the void.
Radiant structures
CD,
are
he's gonna back
fortified.
up. He's gonna start roaming through the river, maybe into the mid lane. All lanes pretty quiet right now. We don't really see too many big rotations happening. It does seem like both teams are very happy to just secure their own farm, at least for now, and confident to move into the mid game. But we do look
Raises
back
the
at
question,
Dead.
what happened mid game? What happened in the mid lane MLP? Puck is behind 900 gold. He's losing the lane hardcore.
I told you. Moon, he's in danger. Yopaj again gonna make the dive in. He does have one step charge, but that's the one thing. You can never count Yopaj out. He's just one of those players. No matter what the matchup is, he somehow makes it work.
I feel like Joe Patch is a very hot or cold player. Like sometimes he just absolutely crushes the game. Other times you don't really feel his impact too much. This game seems to be one of those games where he's just on, and he's going to make this game very difficult for Fnatic. Already leading 2k gold, even though they suffered first blood.
Good news for Fnatic. This time around, they won't have the Alchemist to go back to either. Raven's gonna do it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, this time no gold hacks. We'll have to farm creep in a more balanced fashion.
Somewhat balanced. You know, skip.
Somewhat
Still
balanced.
kind of broke.
That's true. Double void step here.
They are going in again on the move. They love going after this puck, and this time,
Dire's
They
mid
will be
tower
able to
is under
secure.
attack.
Marsh taking the kill himself in the spirit, and I guess they could stick around and push them if you want. They do have Skem around on the left.
They have a ward on Raven. They can see him
Radiant's bottom
very clearly
tower
here.
is under
Rotating
attack.
on the Pangolier as well.
Even, he's gonna
doesn't
come
hold
back
yet.
and look at the damage output. He does not have reignite. Now it does. He fills it up.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
EJ gonna try and help up and blocking the way, but Yopaj, he's not done. He jumps in with the DD rune. Won't be able to hold down Raven. That's gonna be about it. You can see Neon, they're getting warmed up now. Feeling confident. So this is that point where I get very scared for Fnatic, because I know these boys are Neon. This is when it starts.
Warmed up, you say. I feel like more they're like on overdrive already. They're absolutely crushing his laning phase up by 3k gold. They're not giving Fnatic any space to work with whatsoever. Like so far has been a pretty flawless game from Neon. The young boys on the block. Making it look pretty easy here against Fnatic so far.
See if they can keep it up though, Black. Plenty of time to go in this game 3, and again, a lot on the line for both teams. An important victory for either side, and get it. Look at bot lane, Death, just pushing the T2 tower. He already used the X system for the T1. Just goes to see how confident he is to just run down that bot lane and just start hitting towers. It's looking like a pretty simple game thus far for the guys. There's nothing going on here from Fnatic.
Yeah, just win lane, out
Dire's
farm,
top tower is under attack.
and build on your advantage. Leshrac
Radiant's
has his boots
middle
of travels
tower
now,
is under attack.
so he's going to be enjoying the fight pretty much globally. Void Spirit,
Are scanning.
itemizing for the Dual Scepter, probably into the items after that. And also DP finished her hood already, itemizing into Yules as well. It's going to be so hard to raid in here. Most of the damage is magical, coupled with a Spirit Siphon and hood active, not be dying anytime.
I'm wondering what itemization he's going for in the park. All talismans for now. Queued up either.
Like, he doesn't even have boots yet. He has been really shut down in the laning phase, and any sort of item, whether it's travels or Blink Dagger, is pretty far away. Still 2,000 gold away if you choose to go for Blink.
The group up in mid lane, Neon, they want to start the push. They very well can do so with that 80.
Radiant structures
That's
are
not even going to pop his
fortified.
ulti.
Damage output on that tower is just
Radiant's
way
middle tower is
strong.
under attack.
Catapult alive as well with the Abaddon here. And no danger of dying whatsoever. Raving top.
They are going to go. Home strike out from Masaros, but Raven is still in pretty massive danger. Kind of left him behind. Now the X is going to come in. He's barely going to help. No, never mind. Raven is dead. They even get the egg. Masaros, he will try to go for the engine of a death. He will not die. He's death itself. Moon goes down.
Good
What an
remnant.
Aether Remnant out onto the Sand King mid-burrow strike. He'll try to Sandstorm, but they have the dust. There they go.
Mid lane. Was almost dying on Clockwork as well. But he gets away, so not a full team wipe, but a fantastic performance.
Radiant's top
Taking a
tower
4-0 fight, taking the tower on top of that. Now up by 5k gold and making this early game lineup work perfectly.
Really is perfect. 5k net worth lead at 12 minutes in. Very impressive stuff.
Deadly
We
sweep.
haven't seen anything from the puck yet. No movement around really. 0-2-0. A hero throughout this entire tournament and even the DPC season, we have seen him do a lot of work. Struggling to find a place in this game. There is a lot of pressure resting on his shoulders because, as we said, he needs to be the one to initiate those team fights and get something going for his team.
He's half the net worth almost of Haj. I think that's where it kind of stems back to, is the fact that he just doesn't have any gold right now. He's actually behind Masaros and the Sand King, who's also been struggling. Now Neon, they've popped the smoke. They want to keep going. They understand how strong they are.
Dire's top tower is
Toward
under
that top
attack.
lane they go. Yapaj, he'll
They're
lead
not
the
letting up
charge.
here at all.
On to DJ and full clockwork. Kill clock. Masaros is also around the Sandstorm. In fact, they're going to go after the big target. They go straight to the Sand King, into the clockwork. And they are making it look so easy.
Yeah, they're just outplaying them completely here. Like, Fnatic does not find their place on this map at all. They're just trying to farm the Radiance up, but he's so far away from it. Still almost 3k gold away from it, 1500 away from the Relic. They just have no space to work with at all. Mid tower now, big trouble. They still have a glyph to work with. But once the tower is gone, all the T1s are gone. The map is going to be so small for Fnatic.
That's the
Radiant's
issue,
middle
right? Like, you're
tower
already
is
so
under attack.
behind in gold, and what do you do when you've lost map control? Which they are just about to now as Yapaj. He will finish it off. You lose map control, you lose space, you have less places to farm. That triangle's not even safe. Skem's running around and already farming it up. Fnatic, they can't defend their triangle.
Can't defend anything right now, seemingly. Have a huge amount of team fight, and this is really where the lineup's strength is. They can't get anything started here. They need to somehow smoke up and get a good team fight going because this game is going completely the wrong way. Out of control. Almost here. What is Neon's side?
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Got
A couple
so much
of core items
mobility.
here on DP. Almost Dual Scepter up. You'll send almost up for Void Spirit as well. Once those two items are up, probably see another smoke. Just try to invade the triangle again.
His items flying out now, and I think you are right about that smoke. Like they group up mid lane again, just hanging around. They are starting to split up in mind, but I think we will be seeing it very, very soon. That smoke up that you talked about. There you go. They do pop one. Yapage, he's going to clear out the mid wave. Maybe even bait the team as they stand right behind him.
Do it with flair.
He really
He's having an pain rune. I'd be so scared for this next team fight. This Void Spirit is gonna be a very big problem. Or Phoenix is gonna get out.
Jabs gets jumped. There's the Yule Scepter into the Remnant. Do they have complete control? It does look like they do.
Easy.
Dyer's
Absolutely
top
easy
tower
for them.
is under attack.
Might be one of
Radiant's bottom tower
the
is
Exorcism
under
here to get
attack.
it out, perhaps. But still have a cliff to work with, of course. You don't want to hook Exorcism at this stage of the game. It's not very important to try to. They are seemingly trading the tower.
Dyer's top tower
Well, I say
is
trade.
under
So
attack.
far, Neon's playing very conservative.
Yeah, I mean, it's not exactly a direct trade by any stretch, because now the rotations are coming down board.
Dyer's top tower
They get the
has
tier
fallen.
1, but you're going to have to give up the
Radiant
tier 2 tower.
structures
Fnatic,
are
they know they
fortified.
can't really defend this.
Dyer's
They're going to pop the
structures
glyph to
are
try and slow it down, but the siege creep is probably going to
Radiant's
survive.
bottom tower
And
is
you have
under
to go
attack.
to death. They'll tank the tower. Tier 2, there will be defense. They're not even going to try.
Interesting item choice by Moon, going for the Boots of Travels, with already a pretty rough.
Dyer's top
His
tower
Blink Dagger
is
will be
under
delayed
attack.
even further. However, Sanking at least has his Blink Dagger now,
Radiant's
so there is
bottom tower is under
potential for a
attack.
huge epicenter power strike, which they really
Radiant's
needed.
bottom tower has fallen.
They do.
Dyer's top tower
Go.
is under attack.
Another tier 2 going down. Yapage looks like he wants to make sure his tier 2 top stays safe. Fair enough. Fnatic. I mean, you're just playing the farm game right now. That's all you can do. You need at least Raven to have that Radiance up before you really get involved. And even then, he's probably just going to keep farming up on that raid team with the Radiance. He's got it soon at least. So at least there's going to be a bit of escalation for Fnatic with Carry.
This Radiance is going to be a big power spam. I'm just a little afraid that
Is nothingness.
the supporting cast might not be strong enough for him. Although they do have big AoE ultimates, it's going to be very hard to lock down the Neon side here and find the correct targets. Because they have so many people that can just cut the backline and make life hell for the Phoenix, as well as this puck.
Indeed.
Ashram way farming a Bloodstone. Once that's up, he is going to be virtually unkillable with the Lash Rock behind him as well. Sorry, the Abaddon.
Scam special, that pos one left Kraken. You know, Scam, he runs very unique position ones. I have very fond memories of the pos one chat. I talked a lot of trash about it when I was casting it the first time, I'll admit. He proved me wrong very fast.
Yeah, he's not the typical hard carry player. As you said, he has this very special hero pool. He likes his Weavers, his Lash Rocks. Even the Rickies, he just likes to be the action and start killing heroes. Has always been his style. Which, you know, can be a limiting factor as the tournament goes on, because people will, of course, identify that as well. Yeah, and be more ready for this kind of style.
Dyer
Very,
are
very
scanning.
talented player, Scam. Fnatic getting a bit of space here. Raven has been able to farm up the Radiance now, so definitely good news for Fnatic. Neon, they have kind of let them be a bit.
He's going to sink. Yeah.
So it's already been a tough game for him.
Dyer's middle tower is
Gonna find
under
out the hard way, but oh, nice blink out. It's just not gonna matter. Yapage, he's all over it. Got the control, and look at the damage output. He just blew him up.
I mean, Lash Rock is just one of those heroes. It's like a pure DPS. And so is DP, really. Like, they have so much damage on this Dire side, just passive damage. Which I've spoken about before. Coil on the Pangolin here should be pretty easy.
Leash almost there, we're off. I don't know if it is. They hook shot him. He is still alive, but finally does go down to move. They have lost another one. Jabs is down, and now the Raid King Raven not looking for royal, and the tips are coming out. Neon, you
Finish
start
this
to
rating,
wonder.
and he's taken out immediately. Like, he did nothing that fight.
Radiant's
Exorcism
middle tower
eating through
is
him.
under attack.
DP, one of the hardest counters to Wraith King. And again, like, raises the question, why is here like DP not more highly contested in the banning stage, you know? Seems to just be a crazy hero performing every time it's picked pretty much. Jay, a little bit of trouble here perhaps. Just gonna TP out. Just TP out.
Forehead.
Dire's middle
Forehead
tower
indeed.
is under attack. Radiant are scanning.
Fnatic moving through the river. Looks like they may have spotted out Page, but you can really see it right now. In fact, Page is 50 gold away from an Aghanim Scepter. Oh boy. 20 minutes in, Yule Ags up the Void Spirit. Fnatic, that silence is going to really ruin their team fight. There's already so much silence with the Death Prophet. And now you've got a double silence coming out on the Void Spirit. They're going to smoke up
And silence
beforehand
would be
anyway.
bad one too. So much silence.
There it is. There's your Ags up. They've smoked immediately.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Reincarnation still on cooldown. See who they can find here. Fnatic right now in a pretty defensive posture, not leaving the expansion at all. Well, DJ did, and he pays the price for it.
I think if anything for Fnatic, at least it's DJ, right? At least it's your position 5 clockwork. It wasn't Moon, it wasn't Raven. And then now they know where Neon are, so they can go down towards the bot side of the map and just kind of avoid them for a bit.
Sure. If you like recall what happened in game 2, it looks very similar in this game now, except it's Neon in the driver's seat and not Fnatic. Fnatic just seems to be too scared to go even to that triangle to farm. You can't blame them. Entire map control is going to Neon right now.
Top lane map. He's trying his best to split that top lane and make more space, but every single time he does, he gets punished. This feels like it's all Masros can do though. If his team's not ready to fight, he just has to do his job and split push lanes, but now the Roshan's happening. With tanking, you can't fight this.
Yeah, Clock is not even trying to steal it. And let me ask you, MLP, if they don't feel ready to fight with 2 Blink Daggers online on their big AoE heroes, when fight?
That's a very... have an answer to that, unfortunately. It's kind of like the game. We didn't have an answer for the Alchemist. This game, I don't have an answer for Fnatic against Neon as a whole. I mean, 10k net worth lead, ages taken. What do you do? Raven eventually will scale on this Wraith King, but it's going to take a while, and now they're going to smoke. They're going to try with those double blinks.
He's in trouble here.
He is in trouble.
Is under attack.
Oh no, they're going to go in anyway. Burrow Strike is down. They've got the Abaddon. That is a hard target. Hooks on it instead onto the Pango, and Playhard is going to die, but Masseros has been caught again by the Remnant. Yopaj not going to capitalize. He'll back off, but here comes Death Thumber right onto Raven. They want the big boy, but Epicenter is in. It's not going to be great, however, right onto Genuel Masseros. Needs the back. Recoil fan good, holds them down into the end. Where's the damage output? Maybe it's coming in, Moon. He's been caught out. He's very low on that puck. He will die a second time. A dieback immediately. They do at least kill off your Page. There's something for Fnatic, but a dieback on your mid puck, not going to feel great.
That's a really big feels bad, man. Like, there's just not enough damage to go through this DP with this BKB hood. Abaddon just keeps healing you up. The shield was very well placed on the Death Prophet, so you can pop his BKB through the epicenter. And your left just seems unkillable at this point. With the Bloodstone, just too much spell healing coming out. And now they're knocking on the high ground. They still have a glyph available, but it's going to be very scary. Exorcism up in 20.
Yeah, I mean, your Page will know your Page. They're going in. They don't care. They're more than happy. They've got 30 seconds without Moon. Looks like they are going to be a bit cautious though without their mid Void Spirit. But Neon eventually will just make their way back into that tier 3 tower. There you go. There's the exits him out now. Scam, frontlining. Forcing them back. Fnatic. They've got to find a way to initiate into this team. They don't have epicenter. They don't have
How do you stop them? You can't stop them. There's nothing they can do. They're just watching the barracks die. At least Brave King is still farming on the opposite side of the map. Yeah, they just have to give it up.
Scam me. He's just tipping them while he's taking their wraps. He's torturing them. Moon, spawn out again. They connect the rolling thumbs. It's all there, Moon. He just respawned. The tips again from Play Hard.
Mental warfare now as well. Puck died 3 times. 2 minutes.
Agents
Not
of the
good
void.
look here by Fnatic at all. They're getting absolutely humiliated by Neon
Radiant's
at this
middle
point.
tower is
At
under
least
attack.
Exorcism on cooldown now, so
Dire's top
perhaps they
tower
can
is under
defend
attack.
their
Dire's
second
top
side of
tower
barracks.
is falling.
But Wraith King doesn't feel like he's ready to fight it.
Radiant's middle
Still
tower
2,000
is
gold
falling.
away from his BKB. And smoke up though. This is like a desperation smoke here. They need to win this fight.
It is.
And DP is
Very-
all by himself. Potentially.
Death.
Maybe. Probably not.
Radiant
they
Going
actually
the
give it.
opposite way. It's hard. If you get this BKB off, puck tipping middle, you have to be so careful here.
Turn. Maybe fine for he won't jump in. Fnatic so desperate at the moment. Raven, he's getting close to the BKB. At least with the BKB up, you won't take so much damage so fast on this Wraith King. You can actually get some hits off. He's just gonna get it up. Almost there. Bot lane, however, Master loss.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Yapanch, he's got him. The silence is going to make it impossible for Masros to get away.
Like, Fnatic has been stuck in this loop of just trying to split push the side lanes for like good 10 minutes already, and they just keep getting one by one. It's like it led to a 14k gold advantage now for Neon, and it's just unstoppable. BKB picked up on Flash. Puck again. Wow, barely phase shifts the stun. They should be able to get out of here.
Is he though? Play hard on the chase. The haste going to be activated, and now he should be fine. Scary.
If that stun connects, he dies
Radiant's
again.
top tower is
Potentially,
under
it's just
attack.
another barracks gone. And they bought a little bit of time for the Wraith King. He needs 300 gold for his BKB. Oh, the clock is ticking though.
Is hit to top tower going to drop? Doesn't matter. Like I think Fnatic, even though they are dying a lot in those side lanes, they are doing the right thing. They understand that Raven is the only play now. That's the only way they're going to win. It doesn't really matter so much how many times you die on the other heroes. As long as Raven's farming, that's the only win condition I see now for Fnatic.
The problem is that DP is really strong against Wraith King. Like even through BKB, those exorcism ghosts, especially if you don't have AC, are going to absolutely just eat you up. Like he's going to die through BKB in like 3-4 seconds anyway.
Jabs. Oh, Boris strike. Masteros, he's gonna save the day. The egg is out. Maybe this is the fight. Play hard. He's gone. Yapanch is gonna juke out the egg son with the Yules. Ape the Remnant. Hold one down. Raven, he's joining. He wants to fight, but here they go. Neon, they'll turn right back around. Raven, he doesn't want to be here anymore. He wants to run, but at least the first one's gone. Masteros, he's back in. Double Boris strike out. Buybacks being finished. Play hard. But look at the Rage King. The King is dead. Moon. He'll get his way in. Oh no. He is not now.
Push up.
He's gone.
Easy pickoff as well. Oh, and everything's going. No puck buyback, no Wraith King buyback. This is going to be another side here.
Oh, yeah. It's like after Neon lose a game, they get more hyped up. They get more
Radiant's top
excited.
tower is under attack.
I mean, it just comes back to their drafts all the time. Like, Neon with DP looks like a completely different Neon. Game 1 they had DP, Game 3 they have DP. Both games just look absolutely one-sided. So, you know, maybe consideration going into the tournament, just ban that hero against them because they're way too comfortable on it.
It's even crazier, Black. They're not even playing with keyboards. Go on their Twitter. They're playing with joysticks right now. I don't know how they do it.
I've seen that too. Maybe that's the strength. You know, maybe there's some extra buttons that the keyboard doesn't have. maybe sits more comfortably in the hand. Who knows? Like, it's the next level tech.
We'll have to have an investigation on Neon after this. These joysticks may be given the advantage here against Fnatic. We'll find out. Neon looking extremely powerful, however, joystick or not. 18k net worth lead, 2 racks is up. Black, give me some hope. Give me a win condition. What do Fnatic need to do?
I mean, he has the right idea on Rape King. He's Q card as well as Rapier. He needs to go all in damage. He needs to jump a guy, blow him up immediately. But where are you gonna get 10k net worth from before Neo just enters game? Like, money doesn't grow on trees, you know?
I guess they could ask Neon. Take a loan out.
Ashrak here is all by himself. But he's so tanky with Shiva's BKB blaster.
And brings that up. That's a lot of damage. Hookshot isn't enough. Not quite yet. Gets around to survive. They can't kill him. They can't kill him. He's going to turn right back around.
He's killing all of them.
Everyone is just burning alive. Raven, he's been left behind. He'll BKB TP out. But how demoralizing when you commit everything on one hero and he just won't die.
It's so unfortunate. Like, he used his Pulse Nova to farm the ancient camp, but of course, Pulse Nova being active means Bloodstone will provide with a lot of spell life still. They go with 4 heroes, and he just heals too much. Have no damage to kill him. They use so many ults for him. Now deep the ult popped. How did they transfer to MVP? How?
You're the analyst, Black. You need to tell me these questions.
I don't know. Like, this is way beyond my analysis capability. Like, I can't see a single thing.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Goodness me. Then right onto the mid ranks. Raven, he's looking at him. He's trying to give him a death stinger, but they don't care. Back in, Mascot, he burns strike, pulls up, scam, again the control damage. It's too much. Hookshot, DJ tight, push back the Raven. Already one line down, there's Mascot with the buyback now. And the burrow strike. They're going to continue trying, but Raven's gone.
He didn't have his BKB in his inventory. Like, he died in his backpack. Alright, a little bit flustered here. But now, Mega Creep's coming out.
On the pump, dissimulate there. Move. Almost dies. Astros goes down again. They call it. GG's called. Neon Esports, or rather OB.Neon. They do make it through to the round 2 of the lower bracket of the playoffs, and I'd hate to say it, but Fnatic, they are going to have to go home.
Yeah, unfortunate elimination here. SEA